Thanks for stopping by for this week's 2 Minutes with Tim. Remember, you can get past editions of 2 Minutes with Tim at timvanronsland.com or at cvdl.net. This week I want to talk about underinsured motorist coverage. I want to go back to the very first 2 Minutes with Tim video I did where I talked about the importance of underinsured motorist coverage. I want to talk about that because recently in my practice I'm dealing with a couple of cases where this is a front and center issue. Underinsured motorist coverage exists to cover you in the event that someone has caused a crash that injured you, but they don't have enough insurance to make you whole. So think about a case where you've been injured in a car crash and you've got medical bills, lost wages, and let's say pain and suffering associated with the injury, but the person who hit you only has $25,000 in coverage. And $25,000 in liability coverage is the state minimum financial responsibility law. If that's the case, the most you're ever going to recover, or your family is going to recover, is $25,000. And these days, with medical bills, lost wages, it doesn't take any time at all to get over $25,000 in damages. I'm currently dealing with two cases just this week where this is an issue. I've got one gentleman who was hit and killed, and the person who hit and killed them only has $25,000 of liability coverage. That means that man's family is only going to recover $25,000 and he's dead. I have another case where a gentleman was in a very serious car crash. The other person was at fault. He has suffered injuries that are going to keep him from being able to perform his job and feed his family. And that person only has $50,000 in coverage. The medical bills in that second case are almost $50,000. Neither of these people had underinsured motorist coverage, and that means that there's nowhere else for us to go as I help them try to find other avenues of recovery. Purchasing underinsured motorist coverage is extremely important, and it's something you can do now to protect your family. I would certainly encourage you to talk to your insurance agent. Make sure you have as much of that as you can afford. You have a high likelihood of being involved in an accident sometime in your life, in a car crash. And if you are laid up and have those expenses, the underinsured motorist coverage could be critical to you and your family, help getting you back on your feet, and help minimizing the loss to your family. If you have any questions about underinsured motorist coverage or personal injury cases in general, please give me a phone call, 573-635-7977. Thanks for stopping by for this week's 2 Minutes with Tim.